And welcome back. Here we are, episode, what are we calling this, 12.5?
Yeah, 12.5.
We're calling this episode 12.5 because we did try to record episode 12 last week.
Borderline successfully. I had the wrong driver's input. So.
I mean, we did have a successful podcast, but you guys wouldn't have been able to hear it.
In all reality, you probably shouldn't have heard it.
Yeah, that was we had some spicy topics then. I don't know what it was.
I don't know. We both got salty.
Yeah, we were real sour last week for some reason.
We just went on shit. It's like, and then you went down a rabbit hole, and I'm like, fuck, I'll go down that rabbit hole too. And then we were both down a real wild tangent, and then it never made it to air because
we had some technical difficulties.
Yeah, so I have no idea what I'm doing with this technical stuff, but I was able to somehow set it up on the wrong driver. Point is, it recorded on the wrong microphone, which is about 10 feet away from both of us.
Yeah.
So you could barely hear it. And it was just it's just not proper.
Yeah, and I think I mentioned on the episode that you wouldn't hear that we did last week. Like, we literally just plug the mics into a box with flashy lights and then plug that box into the computer.
Yep.
And then we hit record, or at least sometimes we think we do. And then Tom just went and looked now.
I just turned around just to make sure that we are.
We are. I can see it. But yeah, like, we really have no idea what we're doing on the technical standpoint.
So that was a whole hour and a bit.
Yeah.
Of 2 days in a row of playing with it. But I figured it out today.
Yeah, so that's why this is 12.5.
12.5. Cheers, buddy. We got water.
Ching ching, we got...
No, we don't have beer today.
Great local tap water.
That's all right. And every week we do this to ourselves.
Nothing prepared. No topics, nothing.
No. Which is fine when you have 4 random dudes at a table shooting the shit.
Yeah, we have no guests in our...
But we're going to have guests next week.
Yeah.
We should anyway.
Actually, we're going to put some feelers out. We're going to ask anyone who wants to jump in here.
If you're listening to this...
reach out.
Just let us know.
We'll have you on.
Because let's be honest, 10 people listen, and you already know where to find us.
Yeah.
It's not like... If you're the random dude in Sweden, don't fucking do it. We're not paying for your shit to get here. What do you think this is, Joe Rogan?
Yeah. Fly you out.
To Texas.
Jamie, bring it up.
Bring it up. Jamie,
no, we don't have Jamie there.
Just play Swiss Ticket. We do have somebody else who would like to be a Jamie. This is a very young gun. I'll write down the name later. You know who you know this person. And he just wants to be a part of it. So we'll talk about it later. And tell the people to what depth we have sunk when it comes to conversational topics.
What? I was looking at our whiteboard. I'm sorry. What'd you say? we pulled the whiteboard out again.
We did.
Because we thought this might help us with our planning of stuff. What did you say?
I didn't say anything. No, I said something. So
we're both staring at the whiteboard. Me mainly because I can't understand the thing that you wrote there.
Yeah, I write like chicken shit.
This looks like...
I don't know. We were going to talk...
hieroglyphs.
It does look like hieroglyphs. Just be thankful it's not my applied mechanics assignments because that shit looks like child play. At least that's what my professor said anyway to me. No, man. Okay, so, Derek, I said...
Yes.
How far down in the depths did we sink when it comes to not being prepared for content?
Oh, yeah. We've settled down to using a random topic generator.
For shits and giggles.
Just because...
We're unprepared.
And hey, why not?
Why not? Let's just do it.
Fuck it, we'll do it live. We'll do it live.
This is kind of live, but yeah, fuck it. Okay, ready, steady. Let's go.
You hitting it? You hit it?
Ooh, what things are you passionate about?
Ooh,
that's a heavy one right off the bat. Send it, Derek.
I'm really passionate about world peace.
Is that like some Miss America bullshit speech?
Yeah.
No, go on. I'm kidding.
Oh, okay. What am I passionate about? What are my passions? Well, I don't know. I guess the Mother Nature, the outdoors, because I just tend to talk about it all the time. It's what I keep coming back to.
Yeah.
And like I said, on whatever days off I have, you'll find me outside somewhere, either on the lake, in the woods, just running around. I just love the outdoors. Yeah. That's what I'm passionate about, I think.
I'm writing.
Oh, by the way, I found my tent.
Where was it?
It was in a big bin full of my other camping stuff that I just didn't see.
Didn't see? Yeah.
I just didn't dig deep enough. But I found it. So we're prepared for next time if you want to go.
Well, it's been bitchin' cold. We should probably look at booking some days off in advance.
This is like perfect weather, actually. This is when it's like you could actually do work and not fucking get exhausted from heat and stuff. There's no bugs.
Yeah, that's true. Well, like, I don't know. We're in a bit of a cold wave. I'm not going when it's 14 degrees.
What? That's perfect.
Okay, I'll think about it.
Have a little fire in front of you.
See, you're passionate about that shit, right?
Yeah.
This is kind of get you fired up, literally, figuratively. Okay.
How about you? What are you passionate about?
I don't know. I'm a jack of all trades. I like to. I just wrote down earlier as Derek was talking. I'm curious as fuck. So I don't have any particular one thing. Like, I have a couple things that I'm curious about, but it's like I'm always curious about learning different stuff. You could put new content in front of me, and I just kind of devour it. Whether I'm not a huge book reader, I want to get more into books and more into ebooks. But I'm just curious about knowing things. I want to know. I have a very inquisitive nature, across different fields, aspects. I can't think of anything in particular. Like, I like learning about agriculture. It's always been a thing because I grew up on a farm. I've mentioned that, and like it's in my blood. It's not what I know because I've never practiced it as a career, but it's like that's something that I'm very passionate about. You know, it's we're a third into September. Within about, I don't know, let's say 2 weeks, we're probably going to start harvesting here in Ontario. That means that I'm going to do something I've never done before, and I'm going to go out tractor spotting. It sounds fucking weird.
Tractor spotting?
Yeah, I'm going to drive around.
You drive around until you see a tractor, and then you're just like, oh, what's that? Is that the John Deere 1500?
It's like, I know a shit ton about tractors and equipment.
Yeah.
I love going to trade shows. I like talking to the people there. I like talking to the salesmen and the engineers. And it's stuff that I'll never own because there's multiple zeros at the end of those things. But to me, that is fun.
Yeah.
That is fun. I always like to see the new tech coming out. I like to know what different people are doing. I want to see what the crews are running, who's running where, how the yields are like. I don't know. It's just, I guess that's, I've always been passionate about agriculture. It's just, to me, it's just a fantastic pool of knowledge because it's a knowledge that's constantly changing. It's morphing. Every year's different. Last year was terrible, which changed things. This year's been different. We had a heat wave that changed the wheat crop. Like, to me, it's something that you can never get to the bottom of.
No, that's cool.
So I follow a bunch of people on YouTube that are farmers, so I'm seeing what they're doing, and it's just entertainment.
Yeah,
it's entertainment, but to me, it's the knowledge of it.
Yeah, no, I get that because remember I told you I saw that documentary about these people that built a sustainable farm. Yeah, right. I thought that was goddamn interesting.
Yeah,
I thought it was amazing what they did. And it was self-sustaining farm. And I told you every time there was a problem, they were able to find the solution on the farm.
It's usually
something within the farm.
Within the problem. The solution's usually within the problem.
Yeah, so I just thought that was fascinating.
Oh, absolutely.
It really is. But the thing is, you got to look at it like in depth. You can't just be like, oh, it's farming. Okay, but you got to look at like it's at the base layer of it. It's science. It's biology. It's all that stuff, right?
Yep, 100%. And as with learning anything, and as I said, I like to learn, there's always more layers to the onion to peel back. You could I don't know. I want to get into, when stuff kind of opens up again, I want to get into jiu-jitsu. I need to learn how to be more competitive. It's just something that if I don't train, like if I don't do my workouts, I'm going to be weaker. Probably going to get put to sleep more often. So it's something that I want to use to build more self-discipline. Yeah. And to me, I'm so excited about that chance because it opens up a whole new world of things to learn.
Yeah.
It's like here you are exposed to a different planet. And a different planet like I don't even know where to begin on learning unless you start throwing things in front of me and I start taking them apart and I want to know things. And the sport in itself is very technical, and I'm a very technical person, and I want to peel back those layers. I want to know where things go. I'm not gonna get anything right off the bat. I'm gonna get my ass fucking chewed. People are gonna wipe the floor with me in the first year. I don't give a shit. I want to learn. Right?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm passionate about. I'm always looking to learn things. And
I sometimes wish other people were passionate about stuff.
I think everybody's kind of have their own little passions, but
I don't know.
Well, like you work 8 hours a day, you come home, you don't want to do other shit. You want to kind of decompress. Like this was me last night. I didn't have much going on last night, and I just ended up playing fucking Farm Sim because I just did, and I wasn't feeling like working on other stuff, and I should have. There were always a couple things I could have dabbled in, but yesterday I didn't want to get that gear going. I really didn't have that in me. And over time, if you were to do that, then you're not working on anything. Fortunately, that was just a one-off night.
Yeah, but there's different levels of like extracurriculars that you have, right? You got ones that are, more physical. You have ones that are a little more easygoing, a little more meditative or whatever, right? Like you can have one that's like going to the gym. That's something. Yep. Right. But then you can have another one where you paint or draw, like what I like to do. Right? So you can go.
You should be one for creativity, one to try to make you money, and one to try to make you healthier.
Well, what I'm saying is, I know a lot of people that don't have any of that, which boggles my mind because I'm just like, so what do you do in a day to keep your mind kind of going and occupied and maybe unoccupied, because sometimes those are the things that you want to kind of disconnect from 100%. Everyday life, and that's the things that you want to go do, your hobbies and stuff like that. Because I know people that have zero, nothing, no extracurriculars, like there's nothing they do.
Yeah, so do I.
And I don't understand that.
Same. Like within itself, this is a creative hobby. Like what we're doing right now.
Yeah.
We've invested some money into this. It's not stupid expensive, but it's not cheap either. Yeah. But it's a creative outlet that challenges us. We have to do something different. And the biggest problem is getting our schedules together, but that's fine. That's just life. But once we kind of get going on this, like we did today, it's our fault for not being prepared. So that kind of pushes us to do better next time, to have more content ready, to line up our guests that much better. But once we turn this shit on, it's kind of
it
put your game face
going,
on.
Yeah.
And now, okay, well, you have to practice how to be a better conversationalist, how to be more comfortable on the platform, which I think we both have. But it's a challenge. And then how do we interface that? How do we grow that? We're trying to peel back the onion on this because we're both trying to learn how to do this. We've been doing this 3 months?
Yeah, whatever 12 episodes is.
Yeah.
Minus a couple weeks.
Yeah. And where do you think that lack of passion comes from? Like what causes somebody to just dull out?
I don't know.
Because everybody's passionate about something. There's always, it's like, maybe they're shy, scared. They think people will judge them for it.
Yeah, definitely. Or
I think that's a big one.
Maybe the big one is too, like, people fall into the things of what they're supposed to do. Like, you're supposed to go to school. You're supposed to go to university. You're supposed to get a job. You're supposed to, there's like a blueprint that's embedded in your head from a young age of how you're supposed to do things.
Which neither one of us have done effectively.
No, not at all. In fact, I'm trying to get away from that. You know what I mean? Like,
same.
So maybe that's part of it too. Just it's something you're supposed to do, and within that, no one ever tells you do what you want to do what makes you happy.
Right. At least on the side, at least start from somewhere, even if that somewhere is nothing.
I don't know.
It's I'm sure we can both relate to our times in our lives where we haven't had any aspect of wanting to do anything different. Yeah, and I guess it just changes over time as kind of opportunities come up to do something different or to experiment in something different. Maybe people don't taste enough shit.
Maybe that's the problem. They don't do enough to figure out what they like to do.
Yeah.
My problem is I like to do a lot of things and I don't have the time to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's totally true. Like I guess we can be on topics however long we want. Like another thing that I'm passionate about is like I like to build cool things. And one of the things that I've kind of gotten good at over the last couple of years by complete mistake has been building small solar projects.
Mm-hmm.
And currently I have this one kind of reoccurring customer that I've been doing work on his massive RV. I think it's a 43 footer. It's a trailer with everything loaded. It's top of the line. It's got everything: washing machines, dryers, fridges, 4 bump outs.
Yeah, it's like a tour bus.
It is. It's essentially, yeah, it might as well be. This gentleman lives out of it he's semi-retired for a large portion of the year. And I've upgraded batteries. We installed an entire, what's called a Gold Zero as an additional unit, which gives more capabilities. We brought in solar last week. Now we're having some issues with other portions of the electrical, so we're going to work on those next. And I always get excited when I have a chance to do this. Now, I haven't made a huge amount of money on the side. This is just something that I've taught myself over years of reading things, of watching things. I did do a co-op this time last year. No, it was a little bit later this time last year for a commercial company that did some larger projects, but what I'm doing now is on my own, and I pick up customers from here, there, and everywhere. I don't have a lot of customers. It's kind of sporadic as is. But it's another thing that I'm passionate about. I love plugging stuff in and getting it to work from the sun. I think it's the coolest fucking thing. It's wicked. Every time that I've built some units, some portable solar systems, and I've brought them camping over the last couple of years. I started with something which was relatively crude and made it better pretty much every year. Mine's currently it's apart in pieces because I've been meaning to rebuild it, except I haven't. And everywhere that I bring those, holy shit, man! It's like I get Tony Stark comments. It's like no, they're not. It's just a couple of wires put together. To me, it's not that special of a thing. Maybe because I'm playing with it all the time. But to those that don't know, it's just a magic box that power comes out. And I think it's so cool to see people's reaction to it. It makes me want to do a better one every time. And it's just, if I can get it to work off sunlight and we're in the middle of nowhere and people want to party and I can provide power, it's so cool. It's one of the nicest feelings in the world to just know that that's my contribution to our little microcosm of society for that weekend. And it's just so cool to see everybody just be taken apart. Or to be taken by, not apart, by this thing.
Yeah. So what you're trying to say is that you're building Skynet.
I'm not a very good programmer.
So you're the reason
the Terminator's
going to come back to kill John Connor.
Not with my coding capabilities.
Okay.
I code like a moron.
So we're safe.
We are safe, at least by my hands. Now, that's a whole other ballgame as far as I'm concerned. Okay, next topic, generation. Ready, steady.
Okay, I clicked one on my phone, but
I
don't like it. It's stupid.
Yeah.
What's the most addictive mobile game you've played?
That's dumb because I don't play it.
That's ridiculous.
Okay.
Oh, here's a good one, Dom. Actually, we've touched on this, I'm sure, a million times. Does technology simplify life or make it more complicated?
Both.
Yeah.
It's a tool. A lot of things are tools.
It is, but I almost feel like these technological advances dumb us down more, if that makes any sense.
Fuck yeah. 100%.
Like the thing, like on these new cars, they have like the lane sensors and the backup things and this and that, which is taking everything away from the driver that the driver should be doing themselves. If you're a responsible person, You should be checking your blind spot. You should be, looking behind you as you reverse. You should be staying in your goddamn lane. Like it's all these things that they're taking away from the person. Like I get like it's technological advancement. Yeah, but it's dumbing us down. It's more that we don't need to kind of do ourselves, which doesn't make sense to me.
That is very true. Now, some things are just, I see the aspect. Let's just stay on topic of that. Something like as simple as a backup cam. I remember when I owned the truck, that would have been hella handy. I didn't have one, and I had to force myself to really understand the size of that fat ass of a truck, because you could swing it into things that you really weren't supposed to, i.e. other people's cars. I didn't do any towing with the truck. I didn't really go down that rabbit hole, but I'm sure that, but that's the thing though, like that's a skill set I could have built if I needed to, because I just simply needed to. I didn't, so I haven't. But something just as simple as being a good driver, you shouldn't need these additional things.
And in the long run, wouldn't that just make you a worse driver?
I think so.
Because now you're just pawning off.
Well, for example, look at automatic versus manual transmissions. I drive a manual transmission. I am very well in tune. I don't look at my gauges to know what's going on with the car. Yeah. I don't need to know how fast I am going to know if I have to switch gears. I don't need to know what RPM I'm at to know what switch gears. I just do it by feel. Some people have commented that I shift a little harshly, which is fine. That's just my driving style, I suppose. However, I am very well in tune with my car. Mm-hmm. I'm a car enthusiast, so maybe I have a predisposition to be more aware of my surroundings. But I bought that car without not knowing how to drive it, and I bought it brand new. One of my friends had to drive it off the lot.
Brave, yeah.
And once we got in an empty parking lot, he's like, "Okay, well, you have two and a half hours to figure this one out, because I got to go home."
That's funny.
And it was stall a million times in a brand new car, and I'm freaking the fuck out. But I have no choice but to figure it out, because I have to drive him home. And the more that I freak out, the worse the situation gets. So I had to learn it. I didn't get it perfectly for weeks, but now I wouldn't trade it. I even considered bringing back that car that day. That's how bad that got. I've been driving it for 4 years, and I love it. I wouldn't change it for the world. It's something that I had to force myself to learn, and it's made me a better driver.
Well, there's plenty of shit drivers out there, and they don't need any extra technology to fucking dumb them down even more. Let me tell you.
100%.
Let me tell you.
We had a couple close calls just coming back home.
I had a close call the other day. I had, what was it? On Sunday. I had a guy pull straight out of the plaza right in front of me. Literally we're side by side, basically. He just zoomed out right past the stop sign, and I had to brake, skidded, swerve,
really?
all of the above.
Damn.
And this guy didn't even like wave sorry or anything like that. And then when I pulled up beside him, he's just fucking there chugging like a fucking Monster Energy drink.
What's his name? Kyle?
I think his name was Kyle, and he had a DC hat and
DC shoes.
Yeah. The Fox stickers on his truck.
Well, I guess you could make an equal argument that even though you could be a really good driver, it's completely irrelevant because you don't know who's on the road with you. But it's not, but like that variable doesn't change no matter what. Like that's always a constant. That's not a variable, as you say. That's just a constant. You can't account for other people being there. So, next topic?
Yeah, let's try. What do you got?
If you could go back in time and change one thing, what would it be?
If I can go back in time.
Okay, let's get specific. Within our life or within time as a whole?
I think I know what most people would say.
I don't know what I would say. Because, like, if you go back in time as a whole and you, set the ship on fire that was bringing the plague rats to Rome.
Yeah. I think most people, their number one would be like, kill Hitler, baby.
How do you know that Goebbels wouldn't have taken over the reins and done worse?
Although people, I don't know why they have to say
Like this is
kill
some parallel universe
yeah.
shit.
But I don't know why people keep going to that, like kill Hitler. You know what I would do?
Kill Stalin?
No, I would just accept Hitler into art school.
Mm.
And then that would have diverted.
Not sent him to prison, so he wouldn't have written Mein Kampf, and he wouldn't have been popular.
That's all, yeah.
Wouldn't have risen through the Socialist Party.
He would have been, yeah.
So send Hitler
send
to art
send Hitler to art school. And I'm going to open up a GoFundMe right now
Should we?
that I'm going to take back.
How bad would that be if we put that as the title?
What?
Send Hitler
to art school?
Go back in time and send Hitler to art school.
What if we sent Hitler to art school?
Go back in time. I'm writing this shit down. And send Hitler to art school. Okay, so let's jump out of the big picture. What if you could go back in time within your own life, what would you change? Knowing what you know now.
Knowing what I know now, I'd invest in Apple.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Even though I hate Apple.
Yeah, I don't use Apple.
I goddamn hate Apple. I hate how people are just like, I always ask people, like, why, like, there's people on the Apple bandwagon.
Oh, yeah.
Every new phone that comes out, the day of, they're going to get that new phone. And every time, and it's like, you know, always $1,000, $1,200, whatever, for this new piece of crap. And I always ask them, why? Why do you like it? Like, what's the difference between that and Android? Like, it's all the same, like, buttons. You want to message someone, you hit the message icon. You want the internet, you hit the internet icon. It's this, to me, it seems like it's the same on both phones. And then people keep telling me, oh, it's so easy to use an Apple phone. So you're saying you're dumb. Mm. Like, why does it have to be easy for you? Like, mine's the easiest thing in the world. I have an Android. Like, I think it's...
To me, I
don't get it. I really don't get it.
It was a matter of cost from switching from an iPhone, because I always had iPhones, to an Android.
Yeah.
And it was just, I was there on that day. I needed a new phone because of shit that I needed it for. And it was like, well, this is the deal we got going on today. And it was a wicked deal. And I was like,
sign me up.
Literally, just fucking hit it. Pull the trigger. Let's do it. There was no thought of, I guess I could have explored competitors, but that was just a fire deal. And it's fine by me for what I needed. We should really have somebody on the podcast that's one of those people that upgrades phones consistently. Because I literally, just like you, I want to know that why. Like, why are you so passionate about, like, your phone, your current phone can do everything that it needs to and then some. What is the cost effectiveness? What is the opportunity for that upgrade?
Yeah. Like, I'll drag my phone on until it dies. Like,
Yeah,
that's the only time I get a new phone. Like, this is a new phone. The only reason I got this because I dropped the other one and the bottom half of the screen stopped working.
Yeah, I remember.
Like, that's it. Like, I don't...
I think it's a matter of priorities.
I don't know.
But yeah, if you're one of those people, you listen to this shit, you know who we are, come find us. Let us know.
Come let us know.
Come let us know.
Why Apple?
Why Apple? Ooh.
They're horrible, terrible people. Not to mention, a good, I would say 90% of the Apple phone is from other manufacturers. The Apple phone has always had a Samsung screen.
Mm.
The camera, I'm pretty sure, is Nokia.
Right. So they're using their competitors'
The components are all other companies' components. Like, there's nothing about the Apple phone that's Apple.
They're just charging you, but, well, the logo on the back.
The logo on the back and maybe the
software
operating system. That's it.
The
Besides that, everything else about it comes from other
manufacturers,
other companies.
Okay, I think it's your turn. You're so
mine says, "What do you do to relax?" But I think we covered that.
Hit that
passionate stuff, right? What countries have you traveled to?
Ooh, that's a
good one. I like that one.
Okay.
So I started late in the game of traveling. I didn't start traveling until I started going out with my wife. Before that, I never took a vacation. Like, never.
Really?
Never, yeah.
So, like, how old were you when you got late in the game?
I think we went on our first vacation when I was 23, 24.
Have you been dating her
We went
that
to
long?
Jamaica, yeah.
Damn.
We went to Jamaica. And that's the only time I really started traveling was with her. And just to rattle off and just to show you like how much because she would travel all the time. So for me it was, I mean, and that's the thing too, is that she hates traveling with me because I am such a tourist.
Yeah,
like I'm the one.
Yes, you are. You're not even traveling with me, but fuck yeah, you are.
I love to go and see everything. I love to take I'll take 1,000 pictures in a day. Like I love it. Like I'm such a goddamn tourist. And if we ever go to a place that she's been to before, it's even extra annoying for her because like I have to stop everywhere along the way.
Like just a total 4-year-old.
Yeah.
No, I can definitely relate to that. I can definitely relate to that. The thing is, for me, traveling has two different meanings.
Yeah.
Traveling as in I am going from point A to point B, and I will do so in the most effective way possible. Or traveling, I'm literally going from point A to point B, but I'm making a point of trying to experience as much as possible within that journey. So I have two different operating systems.
Well, I guess with me too, it would be vacation and a trip. Those are two different things.
Yes.
A vacation and a trip are two different.
Yeah. So I guess an example to do that, as far as what countries I've been in, not very many. I've never gone anywhere warm, quote unquote. I've never been Jamaica, Cuba, none of that shit. It doesn't really interest me. I've been down to the States, couple countries in Europe, not even that many. I'm pretty sure everybody can have me beat. Whenever I travel back home. That's kind of my happy spot. As far as like traveling, my style, it's like when I do road trips, certain portions of my road trip is like, there is nothing that I want to see between this point and that point. So I'm going to take the most effective route in the most effective way from A to B. When I get to B, I plan on exploring the vicinities of B. Then once I'm kind of satisfied, I'll go from B to C, do the same thing. So it's kind of, I don't know. And I travel most of the time. I travel alone, so it's whenever, it's whatever or whenever or however I feel like doing shit that I do it. There's no strings on how I execute my traveling, if that makes sense.
Can you rattle off what countries you've been to?
A couple random airports in Europe. I haven't really been much. I've never really explored another country, I guess, from just the States and Italy, really. I'm not a big traveler. Walked around Frankfurt for a day.
Yeah.
That was cool.
I'd like to go to Germany.
Germany's awesome.
I'd really like to go to Germany.
Okay, so Germany. I want to go to Austria. I want to hit Austria.
Yeah, go to the Eagle's Nest and kill Hitler, baby Hitler. No, I'm just kidding. We're gonna send him to art school.
We're gonna send him to art school.
Let me see. Where have I been? I'm just gonna like lop them all together, like trips and vacations. Jamaica, Dominican Republic, Bahamas, Mexico, Portugal, England, Scotland, Iceland.
Yeah, you were there last year.
France, Turkey, Italy. I feel like I'm missing something.
Damn, dude, you've seen more than I have.
America.
I wouldn't go there now.
New York. Freaking love New York.
York.
Hated New York the first time I was there.
I've been to New York.
And we've been to New York every year for the past 5 years. Love New York now.
You get fucking COVID if you go down there.
So cool.
Or,
yeah.
Or killed.
Yeah.
Either way.
Dude, we were there. Was it last year or the year before? Where the guy ran onto the sidewalk with the van and like ran over a bunch of people. You remember that?
No, it happens every year.
It was right at Ground Zero that this guy did that. He took
fantastic.
like a U-Haul van and like took it up on the sidewalk, and we were just 2 or 3 blocks away when that happened.
Damn, dude. Fuck that music.
Yeah. And I told my wife, like, I want to go and visit the 9/11 memorial because they had just finished construction on it. And the previous years, we weren't able to see it or get close because it was fenced off because the construction was still happening. So when it was finally done, I was like, I want to go. We just happened to go on the day, on the minute that this guy decided to go and jump the.
Yeah, no thanks.
And then, like, our families couldn't get in touch with us because, I don't know, I guess.
Did they shut down service or what?
I don't know. I guess we just had our phones on, like, airplane mode and would only use, like, Wi-Fi and stuff.
So they're
back at the
freaking
hotel.
out?
So they're freaking out because they can't get in touch with us. And we had just posted pictures, like, I think, like, at the memorial. And so we were just walking down the street, and I see there was probably 3 or 4 of these blacked out Dodge Chargers going like 100 miles an hour down the road. And I'm looking at them like, Cass, I'm like, these aren't regular cop cars. Like, this is something different. Those aren't regular cop cars.
Some sort of federal
Some
agents?
sort of federal something, right? I'm like, something's going on. Something's going on. They just zoomed right by us. And then we were just like, whatever. Went and bought cupcakes. Started eating cupcakes, walking around. We went the whole day. And this is the thing, too, about New York. I don't know if it's because they don't let the information out right away, or maybe people just don't give a shit anymore because it happens so often. But no one knew what was happening the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
So we get back to the hotel and everything, and then we see all the texts and stuff we're getting from our family. We're like, what's going on? And then that's when we found out how it happened. Love New York, though. Love it. The best thing ever, you wake up early in the morning, go and grab a bagel from a bakery, and then go and sit in Central Park and eat your bagel.
I've been to Central
Bagel
Park.
and a coffee. Awesome.
So when I'm simultaneously trying to post
Instagram.
So when I went to New York, God, this was years ago. I'm fucking multitasking.
Oh, I just hit the
hold on.
random generate button again. And kind of like what we were talking about before the podcast about music, it says, what song always puts you in a good mood? So we can talk about music now.
We can.
What was your previous thought? Finish it.
So I was with my mom, my sister, my mom's friend, who wanted to see something on Broadway. I was the only male there. I put my vote up for the Blue Man Group.
That would have been cool.
I got overturned 3-1, so we went to see Phantom of the Opera on Broadway. Right.
Wow.
I am not a theater fan. My mom she used to be in theater. My mom's friend is very artistic, so they enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I think I'm not a theater fan. I will watch it if there's a family member or a friend because I have a connection to what's going on. But I was not at that age. I didn't give a shit about Phantom of the Opera. But so and we went to Times Square and shit. I didn't really give much of a rat's ass for that trip. I enjoyed it because I saw something different. But it's like big cities aren't my cup of tea. I'm fine being lost in the wilderness. So anyway, that was that. Music.
What song always puts you in a good mood?
Depends that a mood that I have, like I was saying earlier, I am very curious about different things. And I use music to either heighten, lower, continue a particular mood, and I use different genres of music to do that effectively. Like, I don't have huge playlists. I just YouTube. I use YouTube whatever I feel.
Yeah.
And it's whatever I'm in the mood for, or I want to change moods. I use music as a tool for that.
Yeah. Okay.
Did you want me to expand on that, or do you?
No. I'm just gonna try to explain.
Yeah.
Me. I don't have a wide variety of music I listen to. I listen to metal.
Yep.
More specifically, like death metal, and then you can go even deeper and like grindcore and deathcore. You know, the type where there isn't even words anymore; it's just growling. I can play you a sample if you'd like, just so people understand what that means.
I've heard it, but yeah, sure.
Yeah, let me just play. Let me see if I can pull something. I'm gonna pull something up here. But in terms of like mood,
well, you like driving to that shit.
I play this stuff. Yeah, you know what's weird? It calms me down. Like it's a really high, like high intensity. Yeah, but it calms me down because it's like any of that stress that I'm feeling comes out in like through the music.
Mm-hmm.
So that's cool. Also, some of the best driving music you could ever drive to, and you'll never get upset, even if someone were to cut you off, flip you the bird, whatever. Bob Marley. Just listen to Bob Marley. I'm telling you, you can't get mad listening to Bob Marley. It's impossible. So that's usually a good thing to do.
Fuck, I'm gonna try that next time.
I'm telling you, dude, it's the best for like if you're in traffic and stuff like that. It just makes you feel good. Hold on, let me here. This is a good one. So it's gonna shuffle. I don't know what's gonna come up. An ad is gonna come up. Obviously, fucking Spotify.
$9.99 for Spotify a month, bitch. Let's go.
What? Ain't nobody got time for that.
No, I got time for that.
I got bronchitis.
Diabetes.
Wow, it's the longest goddamn ad ever. Damn you, Spotify. Dude, 3 ads in a row?
You're getting hammered.
What's going on?
I might as well pull up my what I'm feeling like. There you go.
Here we go. So how I don't know.
That almost sounds like Dragon Force.
I just want you to really. Here you go. Right, here's the chorus. Here's the hook. No, he's not even growling that much. He's not even growling that much in this one. Yeah, but like that's kind of what I listen to. Just a lot of growling.
No, it's I like if we're talking about metal, I use metal when I'm either really pumped up,
Yeah.
or when I want to be pumped up, or when I'm trying to get myself like getting that just like getting the fight, right?
It's the best music to listen to when you're lifting weights.
It is. That's why it's so popular for that. I also my favorite part of that is listening to it on the drive home from work, because I'm always leaving work fired up. And on the 10-minute, not even drive home, and it's at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. It's full of traffic, man. It's like, I want to fuck some shit up to go home and sit down, right? It's like, there's no reason to it.
I'm going to sit down so hard.
Oh, man, it's going to be so good. It's like, but then I also have, like my favorite, if I'm working on stuff, if I'm designing, during school, there's a lot of design work that I have to do. I still do it on the side for different projects. Or if I'm working on things and I just want to kind of get in the zone, I want to stay in the zone. I found a year and a half ago a uncommon genre, which is called synthwave or retro synthwave. You ever heard of that?
Synthwave?
Synthwave. So
Synthwave.
let me play some for you.
Is it like dubsteppy?
Nope. It is mimicking music from the 80s with an electric kind of aspect to it. There's almost never any vocals.
Okay.
Let's see if
It
I can
already
get
sounds
this
kind of confusing.
And there's a Pringles ad, motherfucker.
God damn you, Spotify.
Can we even play that? No, we're gonna get sued now. Can you hear it?
Yeah. You want to put on the other side of the mic. There you go. Sounds like Tron.
Yeah, that is a movie with a lot of synthwave.
I actually really like the soundtrack of Tron. You're right. That sounds like a cheesy 80s movie soundtrack.
It is, man.
I love it.
Let me just
Oh, that sounds like Mortal Kombat.
It is, and you can get. There's all kinds of, but there's no vocals, and let's just stop that.
Okay. That's funny.
So I use that when when I want to work on stuff, but I don't want to listen to words. I just kind of want to be in my own head.
Yeah.
So that's different.
Very different.
Mm-hmm. What other?
You know what's another different? Yeah. So like I usually stay to metal, but like the one outlier that I listen to, like I listen to rap as well. I don't have any one artist I like. I just like individual songs. If I
Yeah.
hear a song
No,
that I like with
I
a
agree.
rap, right?
I agree.
But there's like this random outlier. I don't know if people have heard of them or not. You would have seen them in the movie Chappie, Die Antwoord. They're a techno rap group from South Africa.
Have you played them for me? Like,
I don't know, but I like randomly came across one of their music videos on YouTube. It was called Zeph Side. I saw it, immediately fucking fell in love with them.
yeah.
First off, they're just crazy characters. Ninja and Yolandi. Okay, they're just crazy fucking characters. Second, their music is actually pretty damn good. So like they rap and they have a DJ that makes the beats for them. Zeph Side. They're so fucking good. They're so fucking good, and it's so weird. It's like it's like techno rap.
That's cool.
It's such a weird fucking genre, but it's awesome. I don't know. It's fucking weird.
So here's another fucking weird one that there was a parkour movie that I saw years ago, and it was a French movie that was dubbed into English.
Was it Yamakasi?
No, it was called B13.
B13, yeah.
B13. The soundtrack for that is pretty dope. The songs that are French rap, and like for about a week or so, I was into French rap, which sounds whack.
I agree with you. Like, there's something about French rap that's just crazy. It's awesome.
I guess it's the way French in general is, I want to say, a smoother language than English. Like, it just flows.
It could be.
It can, depending on the... But French rap, like, I don't know. It just sounds cool. I have no idea what the hell they're saying.
Yeah.
Because I can't understand even English rap, much less French rap. But it was a weird phase. Yeah. I'm glad I experienced it. I wouldn't necessarily want to do it again. I have some mixed feelings about it, but I would definitely recommend to fuck with it.
Speaking of parkour, I used to be a parkour specialist back in the day.
I used to watch a lot of parkour.
I used to do a lot of parkour.
Did you actually?
Yeah, man. Way back in the day.
I tried it twice, and I got my ass kicked by it, and I never did it again. My legs were sort of shit.
Oh, man. How long ago was this? I guess I was like 17, 18 when I started. And it was literally just a group of 10 of us. That's all it was. It was a group of 10. And we used to go out and train all over the place. Mississauga, downtown Toronto.
Really?
Just
Damn.
And it slowly grew and grew and grew. And then it became like wicked popular and big and stuff like that. It seems like it's died down a bit for some reason, but... Yeah, we used to get hired for shows and stuff like that.
Really?
And like
I didn't know that you were doubting to it.
Yeah. I used to do some crazy shit, man. Yeah, I used to run the training down at Mississauga. So every Sunday, I think it was, we would have just an open invite. Just come show up and we'll just teach you how to do stuff.
Yeah, I had my parkour phase. I went to about 3 of those.
Yeah?
2 or 3.
Dude, let's go out and do some parkour.
No. Have you seen my shins? They're fucked.
That's the only reason I had to stop doing it. My knees were destroyed. I couldn't. We got to the point where I couldn't walk anymore.
Damn.
I had to put knee braces on, and then on top of the knee braces, I had to wrap with tensor bandages because my knees literally stopped working. I couldn't walk.
Damn,
it was bad. So I had to basically quit. And I never really got back into it. But
I think now you're just looking for a repetitive strain injury.
But I love it. Like, I can't. I want to go and do it again. I just don't know if my knees can hold up right now anymore. They feel great. Like, my knees have gotten way better. Like, I've gone past the point of having to
worry about injuries.
Yeah. So I'd love to get back into it. It's so much fun. It's just like being in a real life video game and just you do things. Right. That you wouldn't be able, that you think you could do.
Nah, it's cool, man.
And you get this, what we used to call, parkour vision, where you're walking around and you can be you can see a certain area and just be like, oh, yeah, I can run, jump, climb up here, jump down to there, jump to there, here, over here. And that's how you kind of set up lines.
Projecting your interface.
Yeah. But, you would just walk, oh, yeah, I can jump from here to there. How can I get to this spot? I would climb up over here, jump down, jump across, do this. And the thing is, you can actually go and do it. It doesn't matter. Right. And there's times where you're just like, oh, I don't know, this looks a little too high, a little too sketch, a little too that. But it's just like everything else. You just work from the ground up,
Right.
right? So you start small, go big. So when I first started, I started like doing drops, like if you've seen the movies, David Bell does like these huge monster drops off of like bridges and buildings and stuff like that, right? Well, you never start doing these 20-foot drops, right? You always start small. So I would start at 3 feet, keep doing the 3-foot drop and landing properly, and then until the point where, okay, 3 feet's easy, move it up 5 feet. Keep dropping from 5 feet, practice your landings, practice your landings and rolls.
You're peeling back that onion.
Yeah.
You're finding those layers.
I was to the point where I can do like 1-story drops, 12 feet, 13 feet.
Right. If you do it properly with momentum, going into a roll.
Or even just like I can do straight drops. You know what? I can pull up some videos for you. There's some videos circulating on the YouTube, so I can show you.
On the YouTubes?
Yeah, I can show you. But yeah, no, I used to be able to do like crazy drops and jumps and stuff like that.
Damn.
It was fun. Really fun. There was shit. Yeah, man. There's shit. Yeah, I can't even tell you some of the shit we did. But it's just cool to know that you can get to spots that no one else can get to. Like probably the only person who's ever been on top of this certain area was probably like the construction worker who freaking built the thing.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like we can get to places and on top of places and over things. And I got a story for you. I can't really tell it on air, but I got a story for you.
We got plenty of time for that.
Yeah.
Here's something I want to build on that. Here's something that I would do, and I don't know if there's anybody that does it in this small town. You probably would have to go to a much bigger town, but I'd be into like city exploration. Like,
oh, that was part of what we did too.
No doubt. But
yeah.
I'm listening to this guy that was on Joe Rogan, that him and this crew used to go all around London, and they found like layers under layers under layers below the subway.
Yeah.
And they stumbled into critical networks and power systems.
So we used to do that, but we used parkour in order to get to these places.
Right.
So there were times where it would just be like, all right, meet up here, this location, midnight, we're all black. You know what I mean?
Oh,
and
man.
we would use parkour to get into certain spots and stuff. And that's what I'm saying. I can tell you some stories, not on air, but that's what we would do. Like there were nights that's all we did was just jump from shadow to shadow.
That just tickles my fancy of shit disturbing. Well, you're not actually breaking anything. Like, you're not causing property damage.
No.
You're just in places that you
probably shouldn't be. On a normal day, maybe like security would get called on you and stuff. You know, like.
Oh, it's like the thrill of the hunt.
It's so much fun, especially at nighttime.
Yeah.
Because you try to be silent. You try to, like I said, you're jumping shadow to shadow, not letting anyone see you.
Right.
It's fun.
Oh,
man. You get to be like a ninja, dude. Like, who doesn't want to be a ninja?
I'm pretty sure everybody wants to be a ninja.
Right? Everyone wants to be a ninja. We got to be ninjas. We did ninja things.
Fuck yeah.
Right? Like, there were times we were coming across... I'll give you a little snippet.
Just a tease.
So to get from the one area we were at to the next area, we had to cross a walking bridge. And let's just say we weren't supposed to be there.
At that time? Or just in general?
In this area, at that time especially, we'll say. So we're having to walk across this bridge, and then we saw a set of headlights kind of make a corner. And
everybody freezes.
We froze and dropped to the ground. So you just laid flat on the ground, and we were a little bit more elevated, so we knew we wouldn't be completely illuminated, but the headlights came by and then waved over us and then continued on. And then we jumped back up and then made our way across, and just little things like that. Like, it's fun.
Like, here's what I would be sketched out doing it in this day and age. There's cameras everywhere.
They don't see us.
Well, that's the thing. It's like, that's how this particular person that I was watching got caught. Because it's when he tells the story, I forgot his name. It's Josh something. Like, he sticks his head, and like they're like 5 levels below the subway in some crazy ass place they're not supposed to be.
Yeah,
and he
catacombs.
Worse, he said like they were right next to like the main fiber optic cable that runs the length of the country, which is
Oh.
somehow like way, way, way under London, and that's the hub of it. And he just peeks his head up into this manhole going upwards, and then the camera just turns around, which is right in front of his face, and looks him dead in the eye. like just the thought scares the shit out of me, because you got caught. You're not caught, quote unquote, yet, but now they know you're there.
Yeah.
They see your face because they're looking right at it. I would piss and shit my pants. Like there's things that are watching you that you can't tell are there.
Yeah.
So that's my single biggest discouragement from doing that. But apart from that, I like to wander to places I may or may not supposed to be.
Yeah.
But I haven't done it yet, but I want to.
Oh, that reminds me of another story.
Mm.
How we kind of got caught. Not
Doing
really.
what?
Not really. So we're trying to make a shortcut across a certain block there. And the way we're going to do it was to walk up this public parking.
Mm-hmm.
What's it called?
Parkade?
Yeah. So we were walking up to the second level, and it's, you would need a parking pass to enter, and you would need to pay for parking. And once again, it's nighttime.
Mm-hmm.
So the security that was at the building at that time saw like a group of 5 or 6 of us walking up there, and they're like, "You guys can't be here." We're like, "Yeah, we know. We're just walking through." And he's like, "Okay, like you gotta walk down the ramp." And we're like, "Yeah, we're leaving." But we walked past the ramp. So he was wondering that was the only way out. We're up on the second level of this parking structure,
Right.
and he's like, they walked past. So they're not. He in his eyes, we weren't listening to him, right? So we continued on walking. He's like, "Guys, you got to go down the ramp." And we're like, "Oh, we understand. We're leaving." And
he's like, "You can't
and
leave
he's like,
that
"But
way.
you can't leave that way. Like we're on the second floor." So he's now walking behind us, and he got on the radio to call for someone else. So someone else showed up. And again, they're like, "Guys, you got to leave." I'm like, "Guys, we're literally leaving. We're leaving right now." And then we start running to the end of this parkade. So they start running after us. And we reach the end of the parkade, and it's just a little 4-foot wall,
Okay.
right? It's just open, completely open up top. So it's just a 4-foot wall. So we're all running, and then one at a time, we're jumping over this wall. And remember, we're on the second floor of this parkade. We're jumping over this wall down to the ground. And then, we're all landing and getting up and start walking away, and then we look back, and they're staring at us from the top of this parkade with like a confused look on their face. And I told them, like, "Guys, I told you we were leaving. Like there was no problem.
Just not in the way that you expected.
Not the way you thought." But it was just funny to me because things like that all the time would happen, and you wouldn't expect people to be jumping off the second floor or the second story of a parking structure of a building, essentially. Yeah.
Oh.
But not even that, but like not getting hurt and looks like we've done this before or all the time and stuff like that, right? Like it's something like you would see in a movie, literally.
Yeah, man.
So fun stuff.
One last topic. Is it my or your go?
We can do let's do 2 fast ones. Do you prefer fiction or nonfiction books? I prefer nonfiction because I like to learn about things.
Yeah, same.
And then there's only a few nonfiction books I would really read.
Yeah, I'm
with certain writing styles and stuff like that.
Never even picked up a fiction book, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Not my. These are weak.
We should have hit this one in the beginning.
Okay.
Which app has helped society the most? Which one has hurt society the most?
YouTube and YouTube.
Yeah, and Instagrams and all that shit.
They're tools, man.
What is the most overrated movie?
Overrated? Fuck.
Now we're just doing quick times.
This is fun. I don't know. I'm not into the movie culture. I don't really know what's good.
I love movies.
Okay, what do you got?
I absolutely love movies. I love everything about them. The way they're made, acting. I could appreciate acting.
I cannot.
How some people can be like, "Oh, this movie's just talking. It's so boring." I'm like, "Yeah, but the acting's fantastic."
Okay, I can't comment.
Off the top of my head, can't know, but I could probably think of some. Where'd you go to school?
Here.
Okay. I went to a couple of schools because I moved during high school.
Yeah, same. 2 elementary.
Do
1
you
high
like
school.
classical music? I do.
Possibly.
I really do.
Possibly.
There's some classical music, and I always say, like, it's fucking metal, bro.
Classical hip hop.
Classical hip hop.
Like,
I think this means like classical.
No.
Classical.
No.
No?
No. Too slow for me.
Nah.
Can't focus. Need more stimulation. Blame that on the ADHD.
Does having a day off or holiday increase or decrease productivity at work? I guarantee it increases when you get back. Like, it increases your productivity, but
Right.
I'm pretty sure it's just a downward slope back to mediocrity again.
Yeah.
You know, so you're probably on point for like a week and a half, and then you just start to go back down into your norm,
Mm.
and then you're stuck there for a few months until you can get another few days off.
Man, I'm getting some heavy hitters that we can't really focus.
Really?
Oh yeah. What weird? Okay, last one, Derek.
Okay,
Ready?
gotcha.
What weird food combinations do you like?
Pineapple on pizza.
You're fucking weird.
Is that blasphemy for you?
French fries on pizza. I've only had it twice. It's so good. It's weird, but
What
it's
the
so good. It has to be Italian pizza and like an Italian French fries. That is a thing.
You just blew my mind right there.
Yeah, dude. Well, the question asked for weird
First off,
shit.
you
I
said
gave
Italian
shit.
pizza. Isn't all pizza Italian?
No, it's not.
Okay. And then you said Italian French fries.
Yeah.
What the hell is that?
They're just made in a certain different way.
Okay. I thought you were gonna say it's
They're made like this.
what's that?
They're made like this.
Is it made like that? If you guys can see the hand gesture.
There's a lot of hand gestures being thrown.
What's that? Polenta. Ugh.
Oh,
God, I hate polenta. Oh, what is it with you Italians and polenta? It's disgusting.
that is like the elixir of life.
Ugh.
Absolutely. Bring it on. If it didn't take half an hour every time to do it, I would live on that stuff. My people are known as the Polentoni. I represent. Go on.
This next one. What is your favorite shirt? Mine, plain black tee. I'm sure everyone sees me in them all the time.
Oh, yeah.
I have probably 24 plain black tees.
I like whichever one's on top of the pile that's clean.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah.
Works.
What is your favorite movie soundtrack?
Ooh.
That's a good one.
Gladiator.
Not bad. Tron, like I said, has a good one for like that synth stuff. You know what has a pretty good soundtrack, and I keep not watching it, but I play it in the background when I'm doing stuff around the
Batman.
house. That too. No, Battleship. Just because they have AC/DC.
And Tom Morello.
Thunderstruck.
Tom Morello's in that.
I don't know.
Yeah, he is.
Okay.
Track 13, actually. I may know it. I may have heard of it.
What were you really into when you were a kid? Same stuff I'm into now.
Yeah.
What's the craziest, most outrageous thing you want to achieve?
Live out of a van.
Down by the river.
Fuck yeah. Dude, we gotta get off there. We've been here.
We do? We have we? This is fun.
We should Derek.
So we should do like hot takes, and we should also do
Random
generator.
Random generator is fun because that means we don't have to prepare content.
Yeah.
And we
get some pretty decent.
Yeah, we got
stuff like that.
Okay.
So that was
12?
it for episode 12.5. Catch us next time on episode 12.89.
Let us know if you want to be our guests.
Ciao.